Oh dear. Okay, good morning everybody and welcome to another video. Not the start that I was hoping for, so just got Reggie's baby seat and bags and stuff are ready to go to a little car meet this morning, and we've hit trouble. So great big oil trail coming out from the Capri. Don't know where from exactly, but I'm going to have obviously an inspection of it because there's no way I can go anywhere with it like that. So we're going to jack it up and find out what's caused this leak. I'm more annoyed that it's gone all over my drive. Look at that. What a mess. Right. Okay, let's jack the car up and see what's what. What is going on then? Looks as if that's where it's coming from. Question is why? Looks like it's coming from that seal. Or is it that one? Difficult to establish. I think I'm going to have to do is get a bucket under here, start the engine up and see where it's coming from exactly. It's this gubbins up here. That's the bit that's failed, and failed very badly, and has made a right mess. Right, well, this is going to have to get pushed back into the garage. I'm going to have to inspect it in the garage. I don't know whether I'll bother today or not. God damn it. That's a real shame. I was looking forward to today. Look at that mess. Dr. Pepper, what's the worst that could happen? I think Sarah was planning on making a nice cake later today. Sorry. I guess I only really know if it's worked once it's dried up. So I just have to play the waiting game now. Right, okay, so this is where the leak appears to be coming from in this general area. So I've been doing a bit of reading up of this component on this car. I do apologise to the major Capri enthusiasts if I have got any of this wrong. So if I obviously have got any bits that I'm about to talk about incorrect, then please feel free to stick some comments in the comments section just to keep us informed, because ultimately I'm still learning. Right, so what my understanding is that this component here is what is called an oil cooler. So we've got the oil filter housing here, and it looked to me, certainly when I had the car running yesterday, it was in this general area that this leak was coming from. Now I'm not absolutely 100% sure, and there appears to be something happening here, but for all I know that might be just runoff from over here. It's a bit difficult really to tell and establish at the moment, so what I'm probably going to need to do is give this a good wipe down, get it all cleaned up, and start the engine again and see if we can try and find out and pinpoint exactly where it's coming from. Because what I need to establish is it the oil cooler itself that's the problem, or is it just simply a seal either side of that cooler, either the seal to the block between the cooler and the block, or is it the seal between the cooler and the oil filter housing? So we'll give it a wipe down, and then we'll have a proper inspection. So looking at this is definitely looking to me like a failed seal between the oil cooler up here and the oil filter housing here. So there's black, what looks like a ring that goes right the way around the cooler. I think it's failed at the top quite badly, and I think that's why all this oil's coming out. As you can see, it's pouring out. So I think that's the problem. So I think what we need to do, we need to drain the oil, and then we've got to detach the oil filter and the oil filter housing from that cooler at the top. See what the condition of it's like. Hopefully, if it is, looking at it, it looks like it is just a seal, but we need to obviously inspect to see if it is anything else. There we go. Lovely. Not a great colour. Yuck. So the washer's still on it. It's not in bad nick actually. I think I'll probably just leave it. It weren't leaking before, so I think I'll just leave the existing one. I think it should be fine. Don't want to over tighten it. Right, oil filter next. Right, so here's the oil filter. Now, unless you've got absolutely enormous muscles, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to take this off by hand. So I have got an oil filter spanner. So we'll get that round, get this off, and catch any residual oil that's still sat in the housing. There you go. Should reach a point where I should be able to turn it soon by hand. There we go. A lot more than I thought. Right, so this is obviously the oil filter that I've took off, and you can see just down there where the teeth of the spanner, we're digging into it to help to undo it, so it did its job. Right, what I'm going to do, just so that I can stop any remaining drips and stop any mess, I'm going to actually screw it back on by hand, and then we'll tackle trying to take the oil filter housing off of the oil cooler. The next bit that I need to do, it's a bit awkward. So just at the top there is this this bolt. Now I've had a look at some forums and I've been told it's a 27mm, and that bolt appears to be what is holding this oil filter housing just here to the oil cooler just here, but access to getting to it is a little bit awkward. Looks like we've got the steering column just here, right in the way, which is a bit annoying. See if I can get in here. Hang on a minute. How come that's so loose? Oh my god. That's turning. I can't believe that. Is it really a case of that seal hasn't actually gone? It's just simply that the oil filter housing just wasn't even on properly. Surely not. Right. Look at this. Try and zoom in. Look at this, look. It isn't even on properly. It weren't even on. Practically hand tight. Look how much that's turning. No wonder it's blooming leaking. Weren't even tight. So is this simply a case of that the actual... It is, I bet it is. This filter housing weren't even on properly. It's loose. Look how loose that nut is. That bolt. Wow. That's amazing. So if that's the cause to my problem, well, that's saved me a heck of a lot of time. Because it potentially could be that there's nothing wrong with this seal. And it's just simply that this housing has just come somehow weren't even on properly. Right. Okay, let's get it tightened properly, and then we'll go and get a new filter and some oil. I can't believe how loose this is. What's the span of it? How much I can move that? Right, and that's as tight as it's going. I'm going to head out to Sutton Auto Factors now then and pick up some oil and an oil filter. I tell you, if it literally is a case of that that loose bolt being the reason for that leak, then it's definitely saved me some time. Bit annoying that I didn't check that with the oil still in the Capri, then I'd have known for sure. But anyway, it's good practice because at least it's getting an oil change anyway. And certainly judging by the colour of it when it came out, it didn't look too good anyway. So It's good practice to be doing it anyway, so. Right. Alright, let's sort her out. Get this back off again. Getting a little bit of oil. We appear to be, difficult to tell, but we are bang on in the middle of min and max. No leaks thus far on the sump plug. Nothing around the whole filter housing either at the moment. I don't know if it's just my car or whether this was common in the 2.8s, but this dipstick is in a really awkward place. It's fouling on this windscreen washer bottle and on the pipes as well. It's really annoying. Okay, yeah, so it has dropped. Yeah, it's only just on the dipstick, so we'll top it up, put a bit more oil in. A shocking place for a dipstick. Whoever designed this is a dipstick. Yeah, spot on. Smack in the middle of min and max. Well, Mr. Bailey, I think you've cracked it once again. Fabulous. Right then guys, okay, so I think we're pretty much done here. Capri of course is now back on the ground and doesn't seem to be any leaks whatsoever, so yeah, really pleased. The other thing I'm thinking as well, just while I'm down here, just looking at the oil stains that you can see on these bits of wood that I store under the car, and there's one or two that's on the floor as well. I'd been suspecting that I potentially may have had a failing seal on the gearbox and that I'd had fluid coming from there, but I'm thinking even more now that these strips on the floor possibly come from that oil filter housing all along, and the fact that it's just been maybe gradually getting worse as time's progressed, going over speed bumps and whatever, has just worked it looser and looser to the point where of course you'd seen just how bad it was yesterday when it put that trail of oil all down the drive. So yeah, hopefully by just doing that simple tightening up we've solved all the leaks on the car and we're good to go. So yeah, really pleased. Simple fix, saved me a job, saved me a bit of money, and we should hopefully be back up and running again, going back to car shows once more. So yeah, really pleased. Okay, so just want to say, of course, thanks to Sutton Auto Factors once again, delivering again for us in getting some parts. The oil and oil filter, very reasonable price, and it's just back up and running. So yeah, big thanks to you guys for sorting that out for us. And just to say, of course, if you like the video, then give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it thumbs down. Any comments you want to put forward, of course, greatly appreciated. Let me know what you thought, how I did the work. If you've got better ideas of what I really should have done, or whether you liked it, just let us know. And as ever, if you want to subscribe to the channel, just click the subscribe button at the end of the video. Each time someone is subscribing, it's really supporting me. So if you want to do that, that'd be grand. Yeah, pretty much wrap up things now, I think. I'm gonna get some rest, go to sleep. I haven't been to bed since my night shift from earlier on, and I've got nights again tonight, so I need to get some Zeds. Car is absolutely filthy. I'm gonna give that a clean, probably a bit later on in the week, but I'll worry about that later. That'll be probably another job that I will need to get round to. I don't think my attempts at trying to clean that oil leak off the floor has done very well either, so we'll have to sort that another time. Right, okay then guys, thanks ever so much for tuning in. I shall see you in the next video. Take care as ever. See you next time. Thanks ever so much.